guys, good morning everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Pam from Old Hippie Homesteaders. Welcome to our little channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to recan the number 10 can of fruit cocktail. Now you know me, I recan a few of the large cans. I don't recan anything that needs to be pressure cooked, pressure canned. I do the fruit, the relish, cranberry sauce, quite a few things, but those items only need to be hot bathed. So today I'm going to be doing a fruit cocktail in heavy syrup, and I'm going to show you how we get it done. And I hot bath it the same amount of time that you would normally do when you make your own fresh fruit cocktail. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, guys, so here are my supplies. Here is the number 10 can of the fruit cocktail. Now, I know a lot of people just scoop it out and put it into their jars. I don't do that. I separate it because I want to make sure that each of my jars has the same amount of fruit and the same amount of heavy syrup. Because if you just scoop it out, you're going to end up with just a lot of juice at the bottom, or it won't be an equal amount. You know, you don't want to open up a jar that has no fruit or that only has, no cherries or anything like that. Excuse me. So what I do, I'm going to pour this in. There. Okay? And I let this sit to get as much as the juice out as I can. Now, if a few jars don't have a lot of the heavy syrup, you can add a little water to help stretch that. Or make another batch of heavy syrup to add to the jars. But I don't want to do that today. So I'm going to let this drip for a little bit. Okay, so I've got this full of the heavy syrup. I set it aside. Yes, I use 4 jars. I'm just going to be using my slotted spoon. So I like to have the same amount of cherries, kinda, not all grapes and this is probably not, authorized by the canning community or by Ball, but I know there's thousands of women that do this. I mean, when you find a deal for $4 or $5 on the number 10 can, and you don't have the family members that can eat the whole can, I fix that problem. I start out putting the same amount of cherries in each pint jar, and then when I'm done, if I have more cherries left over, then I'll divide them up. want to try and get each jar the same amount, the same equal amount. There's quite a few cherries left in here, so I'm going to be able to add more. One over here. So like I said, I do not recan number 10 cans that need to be pressure canned. I don't do that. I know a lot of people that do, but I just don't. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable doing it. It took me even quite a while just to feel comfortable enough to do this. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting in the juice. Like I said, if you don't have enough juice, you can always add a little water. And you have to run your, I always run a wooden knife around the edge. Show you here. I usually have quite a bit of juice left over. You want to fill it just like you normally would when you're making it fresh. You want to cover that fruit. But for some reason, I always have heavy syrup left over. Okay, I have probably a pint of heavy syrup left over. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe the rims just like you normally would. Some people use vinegar to wipe the rim. I just use warm water and a paper towel. Okay. Now this is one way of filling your pantry without having to can. You know, how to do it yourself. If we didn't get a very good crop of fruit this year. I didn't even have enough to make my own fruit cocktail. Now, some people don't do the full time when canning the fruit cocktail. They just do maybe 10 minutes or whatever. I do the full amount of time just to be safe. Ladies, make sure you save your cans because they're metal, and your hubby can probably use them out in his shop or the barn. So make sure you save them for them. And I'm going to rinse this out, and I'll put it out in the barn. Okay, so I don't use that big, huge pot to hot bath my food anymore. I use this. I've been using it for quite a few years. It's called Fruit Saver. It's a steam canner, and it only takes about this much water compared to that much water. I absolutely love it. It's got the little controls, everything right there. Very easy to do. So I'm going to let this go. Okay guys, so to process the fruit cocktail, it's 20 minutes. I like using this because we live up in the mountains and we don't have water to waste. And this right here, the water is filled up about halfway to the bottom, and then there's a little rack that sits in there to put your jars on. And all the controls are right here. The little steam vent is in the back. I love this because it really conserves a lot of water. So if you live high desert or places where you have extreme water sanctions, this is really good. You don't have to fill that, the other pot up, with gallons and gallons of water. I love this. I absolutely love this. It's called a Fruit Saver, and I will put the link in the video description. I will put the Amazon link. I don't get any kickbacks from Amazon. I just was going to show you, this is the one that I bought on Amazon. So I think it was around maybe $30. I'm not sure back then. It's probably doubled that by now. But so I will put the link to that in there, so you'll be able to look at it yourself. So I'm gonna let this go 20 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so it's all done. It was 20 minutes. Look at that beautiful fruit cocktail, and that's going in the pantry. So if you find a deal on a number 10 can, you can recan it. I know people are going to freak out. I'm trying to kill everybody. Just zip it. So if you don't, if you just want to see how it goes, try a few jars or try one jar. But this lasts the same amount of time as the fresh fruit cocktail. So this is another way that you can build up your preps in your pantry. Okay? So this can that I use, this number 10 can, the date on the can was for 2026. Don't ask me why they were in a cart marked $5, but I grabbed two. So I've got the other one in the pantry, and I turned this one into fruit cocktail. I might do the same with the other one in a few days. But anyway, there's the fruit cocktail. We got 6 pints out of one number 10 can. And we hot bath it for 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. I hope you learned something. Peace out. Watch your surroundings. There's some crazy, crazy crap going on, guys. Just stay focused. Know where your children are and know who they're talking to online, guys. Crazy, nasty, bad stuff. Thank you for following us. Peace out. Have a cool day. Be safe, y'all.